Good morning everyone. So in the last videos we have discussed about if else and nested if, and I hope you all are understood about the nested if and if else. Okay. So the problem with the nested if, first nested if means if there are more than two alternatives or if there are more alternatives to be executed, then we use a nested if rather than if and if else. Okay. So in that we can execute more than two statements, but the problem is if if there are five statements are there in your program and you are using nested if, and if you want to display or if you want to execute only the last statement, okay, so directly you cannot display that statement, you cannot select that condition. So what you have to do in nested if, first four condition has to be tested. If all four conditions are false, then only you can execute the last one. If you want to execute the third one, then first two statements must be false or first two statements must be tested, then only you can go through the third statement, like that. Okay, means you cannot select a particular condition and you cannot display the particular statement to display. Okay, there is a problem. That problem can be solved in switch statement. Okay, so today we will discuss about a switch statement. So it is very important, that is a switch statement. So every time in exam they may ask about a switch statement. Okay, so switch statement provides a multiple way of branching, that is it allows the users to select any one of the several alternatives depending on the value of an expression. Okay, so it provides a multiple way of branching. So here also you can execute multiple way of statements, and it selects only one option among many. It selects only one option among several alternatives, but depending on the value of an expression. Okay, depending on the value of the expression, a particular case label will be selected, only that label will be executed and stopped. And this expression is enclosed within the parenthesis, and the expression must be enclosed within the parenthesis. Depending on the value of an expression, the control transfers to a particular case label and all the statements followed by that case labels are executed. Okay. Now the syntax of switch case statement. So switch is a keyword basically, and within the parenthesis we have enclosed expression. Expression means the condition. Okay, based on the condition the case labels are called and execute the set of statements or a block which are enclosed the set of statements and instructions. Okay, switch expression, and after the expression there is no comma, there is no semicolon, nothing. Okay, opening brace, case label 1 colon, after case label 1 you have to suffix colon, block 1 semicolon break, case label 2 colon block 2 break, case label 3 block 3 break, case label max block max break, case default d block break close. So first here we will discuss about this flow chart. So in the expression may be integer type or a character type. Okay, means whatever the operator, whatever the expression you are reading, that must be integer or a character, and depending on the value of an expression, execution branches to a particular case label, and then all the statements belonging to that case labels are executed. Okay, depending on the expression, whatever the expressions you are reading or writing, only that case label will be called and execute the statements belonging to that case label. Okay, if you call label 1, then only it call case label 1 and executes the statements and break. If you call case label 3, it executes only the statements belonging to that case label 3 and break. Okay, so here we have taken 1, 2, 3 case label and a max. Max means the last number of case labels. You may have a many number of case labels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Okay, that max is the last number. Okay, and the break statements indicate the end of a particular case label, and thereby the switch statement is terminated. So break means it terminate only that particular case label, not entire the program. Only it break the particular case label. If you are executing case label 1, So it executes the statements belonging to case label 1 and a break. If you called case label 5, then it executes the statements belonging to case label 5 and a break. Only it terminates that particular case label. The case default is executed when the value of an expression is not matched with any of the case labels. Okay. So depending on the expression I have told, if you are using only 5 cases, okay. So if you are selecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it will execute. Apart from 5, if you try to execute the number which is not matched with the given case label, if you are given 6, 7 or any other number, then by default it will display the case default and display the statements and a break. Okay, that is a default. And semicolon should not be placed at the end of the switch. Okay, so as I told, there is no semicolon comma at the end of the switch. Okay, so this is the flow chart of the case label. So this is the flow chart. So if condition or if expression and block 1, block 2, block 3, block n, these are the case labels. Depending on the expression, case labels are called and execute and terminate. Okay, n means the number of block and by default. Apart from the any case label, if you are trying to select any other number, then by default it will select a default case label. Okay, so this is the flow chart. Okay, so here one simple example we see to implement switch case statement. Okay, so first two are a header file, and here I have taken instead of a void int. If you are using data type, that is a int or a float, then it returns we will not use float, int or any other data type, then it return that data only. Okay, int main. So here a and a b are a, b, add, sub, product and a division. These are the variables. A, b are the input variables, and op is also input variable. Add, sub, product, division, these are the output variables. Okay, and in printf just I have written the options. In first option addition, second option subtraction, third multiplication and fourth division. Okay, so after that it will ask you to enter the values of a and b. So initially it will ask you to enter the values of a and b. So it is reading by using scanf, that is a and b. So values will be stored into a and b. Next it will ask you to enter the choice. Okay, based on the choice the case labels are executed. Okay, suppose if you select a case label 1, that is a 1 will be stored into op, that is a operator. Okay, so it calls switch and enters into case label. So which operator we have select 1, so case 1. So in case 1 what it should be done, addition of two numbers. So add is equal to a plus b, print addition of two numbers, add and break. So here you can observe only it break this particular case label, that is a case 1. Okay, if you select a 2, then case 2 will be called and execute break. Case 3 call, execute and break. Okay, similarly for a case 4 also. Default means if apart from a case 1 to case 3, case 4, if you try to execute the case 5 or case 6, then by default it will not execute anything, just it is display enter correct choice and break. Okay, then return 0. Why I have taken return 0? In main function I have taken a int main. So int has to be return something. So return 0 or 1. Here we are returning 0. Okay, so this is the simple program. Output. So when you compile and execute the program, it will ask you to addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These 4 options will be displayed and enter values of a and b. Suppose a and b are 5 and 8. Okay, and it will ask you to enter the choice. So suppose I have selected a 2. 2 means a subtraction. So directly it will select a case label 2 and execute. So in what we have written for case label 2? Difference of two numbers, that is the difference of 5 and 8 is -3. Output 2. So here also if you select a case 3, then product of 5 and 3. Suppose if you select a case 6 means it is a default, because only we have taken a 4 choices. So it is a default, then it will display enter correct choice. Okay, so this is a program. Thank you.